this video, I want to talk about the ideology circulating around the male gender role. As we have different waves of political and or sociological activism sweeping from America to the rest of the Western world, I want to address one of the most prominent social movements on the rise, the so-called Manosphere, which is a counter-movement to the so-called feminism. I will try and explain what I understand as the Manosphere, and then explain why Judaism is still an infinitely better way of life. In today's time, I would venture and say that most men are fed up with the ongoing workings of feminism, trying to bioengineer men and children to reverse their God-given roles in life. You could coin it in business terms and say the feminism of the 21st century has borne an ever-growing demand of the male population for a movement that motivates men to be men again. You see many YouTubers popping up and propagate the Manosphere, which is the return of men back to their innate gender role and be uncompromising about it again. And I totally support them in that. I think it's absolutely great and fantastic that they do this. But there's one major psychological sickness where the Manosphere and feminism are actually mimicking each other. That is, when you think these ideologies through and analyze them from beginning to the end, you will notice the following pattern. It always starts with a withdrawal of your responsibilities toward the other sex. These ideologies plant a seed of egocentrism in its followers, which is supposed to grow, and it never stops growing. That is what will keep people mentally sick. And the estrangement of the sexes from each other will not be resolved through either of these ideologies. So, in the beginning, I promised I would explain why Judaism is infinitely better than these ideologies. First of all, Judaism is the ideology of the creator of the world, and therefore by definition better than anything else, because our creator knows better what's good for us than we. But if you're interested in the logical explanation, it's this. The motto that Judaism plants in you is the following. You see this? Giving first. When you live a life where not making a living, trying to become a billionaire, which can still be most of your time invested, but giving, helping be the main purpose of your life, and it can quantitatively be even relatively small, but you put the emphasis of the purpose of your life on giving as opposed to taking, this is what will make you a true human being and an accomplished, healthy character. Just compare the following two examples, which every one of you probably has felt at some point in his life. Receiving a gift as opposed to giving a gift. Giving gives you a much better feeling. And you know what? You don't need to worry that by giving you could forfeit opportunities to get ahead in life. Because by giving, you also impact the person or surrounding that you're giving to. And everybody knows that impact is worth a lot in this world. But by taking, you impact nothing. Just picture this. And don't forget, people of all levels of wealth suffer in this life at some point or another. When the people at your funeral will take rounds giving you your last honor, do you want they should remember you for what smart a businessman or woman you were? How many great experiences you collected traveling the world? It's ridiculous. Or you want them to remember you for impacting their life through sharing your wisdom, kindness, and yes, even your money. All these bombastic people that you see on YouTube, these visionaries, billionaires, or wannabe billionaires, soon nobody will remember that they were ever alive. All they will be remembered for is their wealth, which is meaningless. If you drive a Hyundai or a Lambo, after some time you grow accustomed to it, and they both are the same piece of metal to you. If you want meaning in your life, eternal values, which will save you from the meaningless daily routine of trying to enhance your health to live longer, making more money to enjoy life even more, and so on. You can do all these same things, but subdue them to the one eternal value, which is giving, as opposed to taking. And I guarantee you, you will live the happiest life possible. If you don't believe me, just ask a bunch of older people, maybe your parents or grandparents. They will agree, because they are still, to a certain degree, cut off from the valueless, egocentric infotainment culture. They still remember the days of their ancestors where none of this garbage existed. I wish you all a good week. And as always, like, comment and subscribe. It helps the channel grow.